I'm Darla, otherwise known as IE Darla, and you can find me at my webpage at iedarla.com. Anyway, today we're going to talk about how to dress to ride. And so if you are a novice rider or you're just getting asked out to, say, go for a ride, these are some of the things that you're going to need. You're going to need a good pair of boots. You may want a low pair like these, if you have them, or you can wear a high heel pair if the weather's colder, and that's always nice. But this is a staple for you to ride with. Also, you're going to need a pair of jeans that are fairly comfortable. You don't want them to be too tight. If your jeans are too tight, they're going to bind in the hip area when you ride, and it's going to be uncomfortable for you. And there's nothing worse than being on a ride and you're not totally together and feeling good, dressed appropriately, whether it's hot or it's cold. So these are the boots I like to wear when the weather's hot. And these jeans don't bind me here either. When it's cold, I'm going to wear, this is something I always wear. It's a nylon type of rayon cami. They keep your core very, very warm. And if it's going to be a day where you might get a little bit warmer as the day goes on, you dress in layers and you'll remove things as you go. So I would wear this on a hot day with another tank, something like this over it, and then just kind of take things off as I go. I also would wear, I've been known to do this, to wear a thin long sleeve over the top of a tank or a cami, and then pull things off as it gets warmer during the day. And then the thing that you're going to need are bandanas. It's not just something for you to look cool wearing, but it protects your hair and keeps your hair from just getting ruined. And at the end of your ride, if you're stopping for lunch or whatever you're going to be doing, when you take your helmet off, your hair is not completely all screwed up. Also, something else really important that I do, only a few of my friends do, but I always cover my face with a bandana when I ride. The wind and the cold just really beat your face up. And in addition to that, when you get to your destination and you've been wearing a bandana, your makeup's not screwed up and your face is not all dirty. So I just go like this. Tie it way up high. Make sure it's down. And then I would put my helmet on. Like this. And you can't see me, so I'm known as the Ninja Rider. And then strap your helmet. And it's going to stay on. If the weather is hot, it's okay. It's very breathable. It doesn't make you too hot. And when it's cold, it's enough. It's really, really going to help and really, really keep your ears warm. So it's real, for me it's real important, and I won't ride anywhere without my face covered. The other things you're going to need are gloves. Cold weather, these are just inexpensive gloves. You can get them at Target or at Walmart. Just ladies' black soft riding gloves. And the fingerless gloves are a must-have. I never ride without gloves either. You do get hit with rocks and bugs and whatever, so you want to make sure that you have your hands protected. So these are expensive. These are Harley Davidson gloves, but you can find them, cheaper elsewhere. But make sure you have something for your hands. Another thing you gotta have, if it's gonna be cold, is a scarf. This is just an inexpensive, less than $10, black velour scarf. Get it at Walmart or Target or whatever. But it seems like no matter what kind of jacket I have, a hoodie or my big heavy riding jacket, the wind goes down the back. So, get this scarf on. Make sure that you put your scarf with the back down, or make sure that when you put your jacket on, you really layer it over and shove it down, because you can't, and this really helps keep the body warm too, because these are super, super warm. Just get it all down and get all your other stuff on. This is a must-have in the cold weather. I won't go out in the cold weather without it. Other thing you got to have, if you're riding for a first time, and you're not going to have these items, I would go first. The nylon rayon cami, a long sleeve shirt, and a nice heavy hoodie. If you have that with your scarf and your gloves, you're going to be fairly comfortable. If you don't have riding leathers because you're riding for the first time or you're a novice, these are mine. These are fairly inexpensive. They were less than $60. I absolutely love these. Leatherup.com. Really, really love ordering from them, and I just love these particular leathers. So they're not too expensive. These were $60. And then the jacket. Jackets can range. They can be very expensive and they can be inexpensive. But you're going to have to decide for yourself if this is something that you're really going to love to do, and begin to invest into a wardrobe for you for when you ride when it's cold weather. Warm weather, it's not such a big deal. Really kind of go pretty bare. This is my very, very heavy, very, very old 15-year-old Harley Davidson riding jacket. This jacket was fairly expensive, and I wouldn't recommend going out and buying something like this. And another thing, it's really heavy. So the new materials now are really light with Thinsulate. They're not as big and bulky as this jacket is, but it happens to be what I have, and I do wear it an awful lot. If you're a first-time rider, you're not going to have your own helmet, so you're going to have to rely on whoever's taking you for a ride to provide you with a helmet. This is about a $65 helmet. This is a dot helmet. I don't like it. I don't wear it. But I have it. So in case, because there are some times when we might be riding into an area that's known for where they really pick up people that aren't wearing dots. So I do have it. And then my beautiful non-dot, very expensive, $20–$25 novelty helmet they're called. This is mine, and that's my baby. The next thing you're going to have is your bag with all your goodies in it, whatever you're going to take for the day. I'm really minimal. I don't need a lot. I take with me this small bag. It's very small. It's very flexible, so it moves. And in my bag, I carry gum, because your mouth gets dried out when you're writing. I carry some lip balm, some lip gloss, and deodorant. Because when it gets hot, you don't want to smell. So I carry my deodorant with me all the time when I'm riding. The other thing I always carry with me, and I don't ride without, is my iPod. Gotta have your tunes when you're on the road. That's just the way it is. So I keep all of my stuff together. I have a shelf that I keep all of my sunglasses on, my iPod charger. Everything stays together. At the end of the day when I come home, everything gets laundered and it gets all put back. So the iPod, I take my I take my earphones and I actually put it down the back of my shirt because you don't want it flipping and flopping around if you're riding in just a tank or whatever. So I put it down on the back of my shirt and put the earphones up to the front. And the iPod itself, do not keep your iPod in your back pocket if you're riding. It's very dangerous. Because if your iPod is in your back pocket and you're switching around and you're trying to get your iPod so you can change your music, you're fidgeting on the bike, and that's not something that you want to do. You want to stay fairly still while you're riding. So I keep my iPod, I keep it in my belt loop. And this worked out very well for me. It may not work out well for you, but in the summertime when I'm riding and I don't have a jacket, this is where I keep my iPod. I did have a pair of jeans that had a hole in them one time. I used to keep it stuck in the hole there, but this is where it works out. If you're wearing a jacket, you want a jacket that maybe has zippers on it, and keep it in there and zipped up because they can fly out and you could be without your iPod. So that is the other thing you have to have. These are things that I have with me all the time. These are things that it makes it comfortable for you to ride. If you're not comfortable when you're riding, if you're too hot, if you're too cold, you're just not going to have a good time. So this is simple. It's easy to carry with you. You just have to decide on the day that you're riding what it is you're going to put on, what it is you're going to take off, and to make sure that you have a place on the bike that you're going to be able to put your items. If it's a hot day and you start taking clothes off, of where you are going to put those items. So you will need to talk to your rider and ask him, if I take an extra jacket, do you have a place to put it? So he's going to help you along with that. But these are just some basic items that you need to have. Gloves, bandanas, don't go without your bandanas, a scarf if it's cold, and layer up if it's cold. It's not unusual to wear 3 shirts. Make sure you take that scarf, the bandana, and make sure you cover your face. It's the only face you got. Take care of it, and when you get to your end destination, you're still going to look beautiful when you get there, and you're not going to have a dirty face. So ride safe, keep the sunny side up, and come visit me at iedarla.com.